Hey everyone! Hey everyone! I have to say it a couple of times because I never am quite sure when my video starts. So, hey everyone! I am drinking a very nice glass of J. Lohr, Lohr. I discovered it last year, and it's a grocery store wine. And I sound so much like a wine snob right there. It's a grocery store wine. Can you even imagine? But it's a grocery store wine, and I buy my wine in a grocery store, and occasionally I will stop at an actual adult beverage outlet, or as we in Boston call them, packies. I'll occasionally stop at the packy because, when I was growing up as a teenager, I did not drink fine wines. I drank fine wine juice, I like to call it. I drank Boone's Farm apple wine. Hello. Someone's coming over to visit. Hi. Yeah, I'm sorry. I gave you guys a lot of love, but I've got a glass of wine going. So you can sit up behind me if you want. There you go. Come on. There you go. So I drank the fine vintages of Boone's Farm, strawberry. What else was there? Strawberry. Was there a blueberry? I just remember Boone's Farm apple wine. Oh Lord. And then I graduated to the MD 2020. Do you remember that? If you're old, or maybe it's still in the stores, I think it still is. Um, at the time I was growing up, it was 25% alcohol. And yep, we used to drive into Boston while we were drinking it. It was not cool. It was not funny. I'm lucky to be alive, as are a lot of my friends who are still alive, that we all grew up together and were stupid together. But now, I don't think I could choke down a glass of Boone's Farm if my life depended on it. I'd be like, you know what, kill me. I'm good. And I thank one particular person, Michael, back when I was in my 20s, for teaching me about real wine. And though he was just a young punk too, he did know what he was talking about. And I started drinking better wine, and then I went from there. But uh, I I have indeed um, experienced the delight of Boone's Farm, MD 2020. Several others that I can't remember the name of. Put in the comments if you remember any others. It might spark a memory in me, maybe that I don't want to remember. But J. Lohr came about looking in the supermarket one day. I had graduated from What's the Australian wine with the kangaroo on it. That was pretty good for a while. This is the universal symbol of a kangaroo. But I graduated from that. I didn't quite know what I wanted to try. Well, this isn't going into the category of what I hate or love, but I do hate to spend money on a bottle of wine, even if it's $15, even if it's $10, and get it home and it sucks. I will throw a bottle of wine away. I don't see the point in drinking it just because there's alcohol in it, especially like Pinot Gris. Yeah, all right, so I've lost people right now. So let's stop talking about wine. Anyway, what I'm drinking is J. Lohr. Let's get right to what I hate and what I love. Okay, so what I hate, as always, I have to look at my notes. Okay, what I hate is the idea of people keeping jobs that they hate. I hate it. I hate that they're in a job they hate because life is too short, people. Now, I understand I was tied into all the whole thing of having to keep up with the Joneses. And if this is an unusual or an unknown phrase to you, I think it came out of the 50s and 60s where everyone was looking to their left and right to the other box houses that everyone else was living in, and that they were all working together and trying to keep up with the couple in the neighborhood who had the biggest house, maybe a pool, You just had to keep up with them. And I did that for a long time. And I will not have it anymore. And you should not have it either. Just stop. Now, should you run out on your family and say, hey kids, you're on your own. It's about time you get a job anyway. What are you, 8? No. But you should start planning for next year. Let's see, what did I want to do when I was 10, when I was 15? What did I love doing? And figure out a way to make money on it. Because believe it or not, you can. You just have to work really hard. But it's not work if you're enjoying it. I mean, you're still going to be exhausted. And you're still going to be frustrated. If you say you start your own company, you might have to move to a smaller house. Oh no! Yes, it's true. You might have to make sacrifices, get down to one bathroom, okay, that doesn't have the heated seat and the bidet. Yeah. How much is your dream worth to you? I had to work really hard to get where I am, which is not even middle management in the music industry and getting booked at places and all that. I had to give up a lot. Um, but it was my dream. And so was being a tech person. I got hired at MIT and I basically went to heaven. I was like, well, this is geek heaven. I'm in love. But I had to have a lot of really crappy jobs before that. I had one job for a couple of months temping in an accounting office leading up to in the months leading up to tax season, just checking numbers and figures. I think I went to the bathroom like 12 times a day just to like wake myself up, just to walk, just to get out. There was no sense of humor. Oh my God, I couldn't get out of there fast enough. And I had promised them, oh yes, I'll stay until the end of tax season, which is what, like late April. And MIT called me back to do my temp work early, and I was out of there. They weren't happy, but I was like, I'm a temp. What can you do? You can't do anything. But that's what the attitude you have to have. You have to make sure you're not screwing anybody over, but you also have to make sure you're true to yourself. And I hate when someone's been. I have a friend who was in a job, it probably still is, um, that he hated. It made him miserable. It made him depressed. He was like, and he was in it for 15, 20 years. That's crazy to me. Life is too short. We're going to die. Every one of us is going to become a warm sandwich in a number of years. Don't do things you hate. Do things you need to do. If you have a wife, husband, family, dogs, cats, you need to take care of them, parents, the whole bit. Yeah, you got to make some money. You got to make some cheddar, some gingus, some green, some coin. You know what I'm saying? You got to make it. But for goodness sake, find something that makes you happy. Even if you do it on the side for a while you're building it up. Don't stay in a job you hate. Don't stay in a life you hate. Um, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Right now I'm living off grid. My generator's running so I can have real electricity right now to do this. Um, I don't have central heating. I use the wood stove. I have propane for the stove and for my refrigerator. Though honestly, I still don't understand how the propane flame works to cool the refrigerator and the freezer. Oh, I've read about it. Clinically, logically, I understand. But just like an airplane travels in the air, I don't really understand it. Don't really believe in it. But you don't know how happy I am when my chores are done. It is a little bit like Green Acres. I came from I'm a little bit of a gabor. I came from the city with all these shoes and clothes, and then I ended up giving them all to Goodwill. I'm like, what am I doing? There's mud. Mud season is 90% of Vermont. Ticks. I've had Lyme disease twice. Anyway, with much less, I'm so much happier. And you don't even have to go that far, Just um Just follow whatever you wanted to do. Okay? Stop living your life for other people. Now, what I love, what do I love? Oh, that's old. Hold on. That's not right. Will I cut this out? Probably not, because I love the reality of it. Hold on. Hmm. I didn't write down a thing I love. So here's what I love. I love, yes, now I remember what I wanted to talk about. I love, every time I forget something, I take a sip of wine. It's good for you. I love people who crawl, kick, punch, scratch their way outside of their box and slowly make their way out there, outside of their box, outside of their comfort zone. And you have to try this. Because why? Why do you have to try this? Because you know you want to. If you could take the fear and put it away, you know you want to get on stage and sing. You know what you want to do karaoke. You know you want to try being in a play. These are all entertainment things, but you know you want to try to start your own business. You know you want to tell your mother-in-law to fuck off. Okay, well, that one's a little mean. You know what you would love to do if you could. Now, I'm not saying to tell your mother-in-law to fuck off. I'm not saying to be a crazy person and be mean. Go to prison. That's not good. So if your desire has always been to rob a bank, don't do that. That's not good. But maybe role play, enjoy yourself. But whatever. Go outside your box. As afraid as you are, do it. Even if just for a second, just go out there, see what's out there. Holy crap, it's fucking scary! Run back in your box and like be in there and be like, okay, all right, that was scary, but guess what? While I was out there, I also saw some pretty cool things. Just try it. Don't, I guess the thing that makes me crazy worried for people and that I'd love to encourage people to do is don't be stuck. Like with the job as well. Like don't be stuck. Don't say, "Oh, well, I got into this, so I guess I have to stay there." No, you don't. It makes me crazy. Don't. You don't have to stay there. You don't if someone like I didn't start doing music until I was in my 40s, and people in corporate who knew me were like, "What are you crazy? What are you doing this for? You don't know how to sing. You don't know how to play guitar." It's like, "Well, yeah, I do. I just never showed you that." That's all. You have to have confidence in yourself. And if you don't, apprentice. Um be a what's the word? Intern. Um, go to open mics. Go back to school. Just take a few classes, but don't be stuck. Even if you're 95 years old, try something new, even if it's little. And most 95-year-olds already know that wisdom. Most of the people I know that are older than I am are living that excitement of just being like, you know what, I'm old now. What's gonna happen? I'm gonna give it a try. So anyway, those are things I love, things I hate, and of course, I have a lot of cats. I need homes for them. I need foster homes. I need money. Oh, did that perk you up? I need donations at tipthechick.com. I right now have 18 cats. I have a nice cabin in Vermont, and a lot of my cats go indoor and outdoor, but I don't want 16 cats. I had 3 at the beginning of the summer. I now have 8 of my own because I took in 5 from the streets of Bennington that had issues like triggers or whatnot that, I couldn't give them away to anybody. And now I have 8 others that I can give away, and I would love for someone to find good homes for all of them. You can go to my website, pattykeogh.com, PATTYKEOUGH.com, or the website I created for Southern Vermont cats, svcats.org. I will drive them anywhere. If you're a good person that wants to adopt one and you're in North Carolina, I am happy to drive one down there for you. Thanks for your time, y'all. Have a good. Oh, I said y'all because I talked about the South. Ugh, I used to live in Charleston, South Carolina, and I've been down to North Carolina. Okay, so I forgot I was signing off. So have a great night. Thanks for listening.